Okay guys, well it's time once again for the Out of Breath Arm Sore Packer Minute, the show where I walk around the neighborhood talking about the Packers and you watch to see if I get sent airborne by a Jetta. And today is Conference Championship Sunday and I got my lucky shirt on. I know you guys are probably already all geared up in your Packers stuff, sitting on pins and needles right now, waiting for this matchup against the Atlanta Falcons. This is going to be a big-time showdown of a couple huge offensive teams. I think both of these teams are fantastic offensively. And, well, when you look at it, in the red zone in particular, the Green Bay Packers in this stretch have been, since the time we started winning again, we've been 74% effective in the red zone. That is absolutely off the charts. However, the Atlanta Falcons are sitting at 70%, so this is pretty much an even match. The difference, I think, being, this is the difference that not a lot of people are talking about in this game, but to some extent, I truly believe the difference in this game is going to be which defense is able to get that one or two stops, and where do those stops happen. Whichever defense is able to hold the opposing offense to a couple field goals maybe, or even a 3 and out, or forcing a punt once or twice in this game could be enough to give their offense the edge in this game. And so the next question is, can the Packers defense do that? And you know, we didn't have Clay Matthews last time around. Still waiting for word on Rollins in this game. I think we can get that one or two stops. I think the fact that we'll be able to put Perry, Matthews, and Peppers on the field from time to time in obvious passing downs, I think that gives us the opportunity. I think that Matthews is going to be hungry. He had to sit out the last time we played these guys and watch us lose by 1 point, 33-32 in that game. And I think he's going to be ready to go. He didn't have a great game against the Cowboys, but the Cowboys' offensive line is astounding. Atlanta Falcons have a good offensive line, but they are not the same as the Cowboys' offensive line. And the Packers right now, I think, are going to need to get that one or two sacks on Matt Ryan. I believe the key to getting Matt Ryan off his spot is not just pressure. Most of the time, everybody just says, well, you got to get pressure on him. No, you need to get pressure on Matt Ryan up the middle. If you try to pressure him from the outside, guess what? Ball out, guys. We have got to get pressure up the middle. That means that Mike Daniels is going to have a good game. LaTroy Guion, Kenny Clark up there. And then I'm hopeful that Clay Matthews can stunt around, say, Julius Peppers on that side, depending on where they play him, and get his hand in the face of Matt Ryan, especially on those vertical routes. If we can get him into 3rd and long, they're obviously extremely effective. They got Julio Jones. They got freaking everybody is basically what they've got. And we know that. We know Tevin Coleman and Freeman can catch out of the backfield as well. But if we can get in Matt Ryan's face early and often, get him off his spot, and especially on those obvious passing downs, if we can just force him to release the ball a little high or not be able to follow through, it may be enough to get that 1 or 2 stops that we're going to need to win this game. So this is going to be a big one. I'm pretty nervous about this game. I actually felt more nervous, I think, about the Cowboys game. But this Packers team, you know, we've been through thick and thin with these guys. They've been through thick and thin together. They've been working hard when all of us were jumping off their bandwagon. And now they're in the NFC Championship game. And I just want to see them see this thing through. I think they deserve it. We're looking at another game in which, on the Falcons side of the ball, they basically have nothing to report. They've got, I think Claiborne was ruled out earlier this week, if I'm remembering right, but they basically have everyone available. And we're looking at a Packers team that, just like every other week this year, we are looking at key injuries. And I don't know what to think about Jordy. There were a lot of reports out that Jordy was going to be active, and some reports out that Jordy was going to be expected to play. And this morning, Stephen A. says that Jordy has been ruled out. Now, I didn't expect Jordy to play from the beginning in this game. I just thought it was a huge long shot. But I also, you know, last week I was of the opinion that the Packers could get past the Cowboys without Jordy Nelson, and they did. But I'm not so sure about whether we can get past the Atlanta Falcons. However, We need a review. We talked about this week. We didn't have Randall Cobb last time around. We didn't have Jared Cook last time around. And we didn't have Ty Montgomery last time around. So I think the opportunity is still there. I think these guys can still get it done. And I certainly, like you, hope that we can. Well, I hope you guys are having a good Sunday morning. I hope that this is a little bit therapeutic. I know that you're biting, you're just chomping at the bit to get this game underway and get another big Packer win. And I am right there with you. I was going a little stir crazy, had to get out, gonna head to the grocery store, get some stuff to eat. And here's to a big Packer win in the NFC Championship game. Let me know if you didn't on Friday, what your game prediction is. I'll try and go through when I load this and go through the comments. And hopefully we'll be talking all next week for the next couple of weeks about the Packers' big trip to Houston. We got to get through these Falcons first. All right, have a great day. Go Pack.